Good afternoon, parents and hockey fans and fans watching the live webcast on the ACHA YouTube network. Welcome to the Comerica Center in Frisco, Texas for the 2019 American Collegiate Hockey Association Women's Division I National Championship Tournament hosted by the Frisco Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Dallas Stars, and the Children's Health Star Center Ice Rinks. This is ACHA Public Address Announcer Andy Storrs. Our game number 3 today features on the visiting bench the Mckendree University Bearcats. And on the home team, the Adrian College Bulldogs. Let's meet the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. First, the visiting bench, the number 7 seed Mckendree Bearcats. In goal, a junior from New Lenox, Illinois, number 1, Jasmine Malinowski. On defense, a sophomore from Owens Crossroads, Alabama, number 17, Lauren Davey. On defense, a senior from Chillicothe, Illinois, number 29, Nadia Studniczka. At center, a sophomore from Covina, California, number 16, Paris Suzuki. On left wing, a freshman from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, number 4, Brittany Cook. And at right wing, a sophomore from Battleford, Saskatchewan, number 20, Dakota Peterson. The head coach of the Bearcats is Derek Pellerdy. His assistants are Nina Elia and Andrew Kantrovitz. The equipment manager is Alice Thomas. The trainer is Josh Craig. And now the starting lineups for the home team bench. The number 2 seed, Adrian College Bulldogs. In goal, a junior from Elmira, Ontario, number 33, Dana Colombo. On defense, a junior from Windsor, Ontario, number 5, Kylene Wilson. On defense, a sophomore from Elansa, Manitoba, number 22, Kelly Ray Zidane. At center, a senior from Waterloo, Ontario, number 66, Kaylee Hardy. At left wing, a freshman from Sook, British Columbia, number 9, Hunter Bosher. And on right wing, a senior from Orangeville, Ontario, number 13, Nicole Parody. The head coach of the Bulldogs is Brett Berger. His assistants are Sarah Shurub and Hannah Griffin. The trainer is Tegan Showman. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise and kindly remove all caps. And join me, soloist Andy Storrs and organist Gary Lichthart, for the singing and playing of the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the and flare, the pumps bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Our officials for game number 3, as assigned by the ACHA and USA Hockey, our referees are Taylor Dybert and Kristen Moore. Their linesmen are Tori Gordon and Brittany Benning.
And welcome to the Comerica Center, home of the 2019 ACHA Women's Division I National Championship. Brett Luther, Bozic Vari with you on the call, and welcome you to the second game between the Adrian College Bulldogs and the Mckendree University Bearcats, where Adrian College finds themselves up by a game after a really tight game yesterday that required all 60 minutes for the Adrian College Bulldogs to squeak out the victory.
Yeah, squeak out the victory. They had a large shot advantage in the game overall. It came out to be 45-15. No, check that. That was earlier in the season. They did have, in yesterday's game, have a large shot advantage, still 42-14. But the goal scored late. Basher with 24 seconds left put her team in front to stay, and now they look to get the series sweep and get a day off tomorrow.
Yeah, the ever important day off. We already seen Miami University of Ohio clinch that day off tomorrow. Of course, we will have a game 3 between, I believe that was Grand Valley State and then also Lindenwood Belleville, excuse me.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah,
well,
it's been a long day.
Week and a half for us.
Yeah. As play will ensue in the Bearcats zone. On the puck for the Bulldogs was Paradis. Hardy got one of the game-winning assists, and there's a game-winning goal scorer from yesterday in Bosher. Her shot was turned away by Jasmine Malinowski, who is a lineup change today. Maybe something that was already pre-planned by the Bearcats after the game yesterday.
Most likely. When you have 2 goaltenders that split time and play as well as they had, you're probably looking at a splitting the workload there.
Yeah, of course, both goaltenders up to the task. We'll go through their, at least Malinowski's line, as this puck is on frame and putting a glove on it, waiting for pressure for that whistle to sound is the goaltender and Dana Colombo. But Malinowski on the other end, Brett, we know a little bit about her by virtue of a NHL.com article, but she's a very strong goaltender for Mckendree University.
Yes, and don't just say it's glorified weeknight league hockey to her, because she will staunchly defend this is real hockey, and we've seen it out there so far. Malinowski, similar numbers in goal for Mckendree. They both goaltenders have save percentages in the 930s coming into this one. Malinowski at 937 coming into action in the regular season, of course.
1.5 goals against average. Zimbo will corral this in the near side corner and walks toward her end boards. And being canceled out there was a Bearcat player. Fortune was pinning a Bearcat there, and outside the zone, outside the blue line, Harrison will just ring this one deep and pull off for a change, and the Bearcats will recover it down in their own defensive zone.
Again, it matters. The counterattack is going to be big for Mckendree if they hope to win this game and send it to a third tomorrow.
Did find a goal, actually 2 equalizing goals yesterday, the Bearcats did. Hoping to get one that'll gain them the lead, and also at least some sort of victory, forcing a third game. Of course, Adrian College, they got a bye day last year, looking for consecutive bye days. Well, I guess I said consecutive bye days, so
yeah, consecutive
years of bye days. That's probably what I was looking for. Anyway, thank you for joining us on the ACHA network, as was Candido doing battle at her own blue line. This one angled up and gloved down by a Bearcat player in the form of Garrow. All the way around Holford, she tries to get this out of the zone, successfully does, where Williams plays it into the Bearcat zone, and a couple of Bearcats with a nice defensive play to knife this off of her stick. And Garrow guides us up, was looking for the stick of Wagner. It was a little too far ahead, and back we'll go near side. We're playing this is Robinson.
A little more aggressive on the forecheck is Mckendree here today. Yesterday we're sitting back a little bit more, trying to invite them into the neutral zone.
Robinson walks in, fires a shot, saved by Malinowski, still out, scramble, and a shot fired in, saved by Malinowski inside of the crease. And an adventurous possession there for the Bulldogs, to say the least.
Yeah, adventurous is a good way to put it. Scrambly But a good job by Malinowski to locate the puck and sprawl out to make the stop before any Bulldog sticks can get there.
Well, of course, yesterday we saw Adrian College 5 shots in 55 seconds. So peppering the goaltender. So far they have yet to record their 4th shot, almost 3 minutes in. Now down low, playing the puck was Bosher. Hardy. And Parody on the far side, watched there by Albee. A shot and bounced off and trickled in front. Another rebound and no one didn't find the frame. Angling it up, not out, was a Bearcat player, and finally the Bearcats do get it out. Worker on the puck is Wentz. Wentz walks in, watched by a pair of Bulldogs in the form of Jess Harrison and also Maddie Arnold. And the Bulldogs in the form of, by way of Harrison, will get this one out, playing it and just dumping it all the way in as she peels off for the change is Bosher. Up and Candido tried to keep it in. She didn't do that as there also to play it is Roush. Angled off there by Mercek. Play goes back into the Bearcat zone, finally up and out as they're filling around the blue line. Adrian College will just get this one deep as at least the forward lines for the Bearcats get a change. And now walking in is Moore. Circles around, fires it in, sit back out in front. Wait for it was Levasseur. She couldn't handle it as now Levasseur will recover at the far side circle and dump this one deep. Going back to play this, Messick of the Bearcats. We're getting tripped up there, and that's what the first call is going to be, as the Mckendree University Bearcats will go on the power play.
Yeah, earlier in this shift, Dakota Peterson got upended. She took a little bit of a flip. And in this case, again, another knockdown, Candido in the box.
So we're getting another look at it. However not, the face-off will come to the blocker side of the goaltender, Dana Colombo. Just trying to get the power play line set. Mckendree University will have the player advantage for the next 2 minutes. Actually, looks like 15 minutes just surpassed. 4:55.
No, yeah, we're at 14:50.
14:55, we'll figure
it out.
Yeah,
the one, sometimes the netting gets in the way a little bit.
And we're gonna.
Well, and that.
And now we're gonna have a hook, and very quickly, just call it 17 seconds into the power play, we'll go 4-on-4.
Yeah,
for the next minute 43.
Too much speed. Adrian on the shorthanded effort. Going through is when you have speed, sometimes you got to take a tug to prevent your opponent from getting to the net, and that's what happened there.
4-on-4 situations. Who would this favor, Brett?
I think Adrian for sure. They're a very skilled team. They got a lot of speed now. That open ice really favors them.
Zidane with a shot turned away there by Malinowski, and behind the red line goes Robinson. Robinson all the way up to the point for Wilson. Wilson fires just wide of the net. Maybe kicking it was the Mckendree College University captain in Studnicka. Now back for Zidane for the top of the circle. Gloved down by Malinowski. Saw that shot all the way, and now with the puck is Bosher. Fired up and to the near side hash marks where Bosher will play back for Zidane. Now down low and all the way around where the Bearcats get this up and out of the zone, but then into the wickets of Kylene Wilson. Trying to gain some speed, Zidane. She's been on the ice for a while, walks in, stick handles around a defender, and still with the puck down low, and then rubbed off and canceled out. We're picking it up is Hardy. Hardy a backhand attempt, saved by Malinowski, where the Bearcats pick it up and angle it off the boards up to the top of the circle where Hardy was there, and then angled off there by a player in the form of Laura Wentz.
A lot of good positioning early on from Mckendree. There's an offside there. A lot of good positioning for Mckendree early, not allowing Adrian to cut to the front of the net.
23 seconds left on the 4-on-4 to, well, I guess not really to anyone. It's Brett said, it might favor Adrian College. They've got the bulk of the opportunities during this 4-on-4 as Arnold will bring this in the zone. Now in is Fortune. Fortune walks in, backhand attempt, stymied by the Bearcat defense. Fortune at the hash marks. And still with the puck, stick hailing around at the face-off dot, drop low as the puck trickled across the mouth of the net. Back to the play. This is Misick. Misick handled off there by a couple of Bulldogs as the Bulldogs are on a very abbreviated power play. This one just wide of the far post. Going to play this is Coleman on the far side and just iced down as the power play expires for Adrian College.
Brief but effective from Mckendree on that last bit of the penalty kill there.
And the shot by Ivanowski blocked off by Arnold in front of the net. And the corner play goes all the way around where Arnold will play it, angle it off the boards, and playing it far side, Selena Clark. Now Coleman lost the handle as the Bulldogs were onside. Coleman. Pass was intercepted and a forecheck that unsuccessfully got the puck. Just dumped in as the Bearcats will get a change. As Dan circles around and up ahead for Coleman, who just gets this in the neutral zone. Maybe looking for a pass, and now walking in is Burbage. Burbage fires, saved by Colombo. And off the skates of Coleman, she'll peel off for a change. Peeling back to play this is Holferty. She was looking for a couple of players that were peeling off for a change, and the Bulldogs device the puck with 11:30 in period number 1 left.
Adrian's passing not quite there in this game. Just a little bit off. Not by much, but, you know, a couple inches here, a couple inches there. Next thing you know, it turns, you know, inches turn to feet and feet turn into turnovers.
Do you expect that would kind of tighten up as the game progresses? Of course, they walked away to a 3-2 lead yesterday, or victory yesterday.
Yeah, I would expect it. You know, it's as you get a feel of the game and you know what's going to work for you physically and what's going to work for you as a team, you'll see that shore up a little bit.
And back to finally ice this all the way down, going back to play it. Malinowski, she thought about creeping out of her net and then thought better of it.
Yeah.
So the face-off will come back all the way down to our left in the Adrian College zone.
I think she was looking for the lines to see if it was going to be called icing before she decided to stay put.
Adrian College in the white and black uniforms. Mckendree University, the purple and black with gold trim. The white outline as well on their uniforms. Levasseur plays this far side corner, watched by a pair of Bearcats, fired in, and no one home. Now walking in from the point is Misick.
Active sticks.
Yeah, absolutely. Colombo's seen enough, and she'll put the cover on that with 10:47 left.
Very active sticks by Mckendree, which presents problems for any opposition, let alone Adrian. But they got to keep doing it.
Yeah, they found themselves on the right side of a couple active stick turnovers yesterday. Resulted in 2 goals and really pushed Adrian College to their breaking point, as getting tossed from the circle is going to be Leah Williams.
Just got to stay with the plan.
Draw one back by the Bearcats and just ringing this around the boards. Wall billing. Went off a couple players and then off a skate of a player in front in Dominica Roche.
That might be how Mckendree has to score today.
One of those dirty goals that just bounced off a couple of players and right past the goaltender and Dana Colombo. And Williams from the far side face-off circle right by the boards. And kicked away in the corner. We're giving Chase's Cook, and she gets slammed in there. That's going to be a penalty. We'll see for how much.
Yeah, it didn't look good. I mean, she's up, she's okay, but it looked a little awkward.
And that'll put Mckendree.
Look at it again here. Yep. She got beat to the spot, plain simple. Brittany Cook beat her to the spot, so put the elbow in a little bit and goes down. Penalty call against Belleville.
And it's actually going to be a 5-minute penalty. It looked like it was a check from behind. The refs decided to talk about it after the initial elbowing call.
But it's 5, but not a game, which is permitted.
Yes. But if you're Mckendree University, you're at a score-at-will type penalty power play right now. And walking into the zone, getting the zone is Garrow. Mishandled it just slightly. It was Peterson. Now it goes far side. Back to the top for Ivanowski. A shot that sailed over the top. And Harrison will play it for Adrian College all the way around. Hardy couldn't get to it. She loses an edge as Albee will play it. Sent somewhere in the slot. I think it's in the jersey of an Adrian College player as she was trying to dig
Somewhere
it out.
Somewhere in there. Somewhere in there. There's, listen, male or female, there's still a lot of gear to wear.
Yes.
And so that's what was going on there. A little bit of a, puck in the equipment. Might have been in the waist area or whatnot. You can see the adjustment there top of the screen.
Mckendree University does get a little bit of a change, and back to play this. And it looks like it was Albee, but never mind. Davey has it down low. Of course, black numbers on purple sweaters, just a broadcaster's nightmare to figure out who has the puck. But not getting to it there was Davey, as we'll go the other way. Giving chase is Boscher. Boscher watched there by Studnicka. I assume that wasn't Studnicka, that was Boscher. Now to play this, Mersick. Mersick slightly hooked, but not enough to warrant a call as this one finally gets out of the zone and just sent down in, as Adrian College will get a bit of a change. And still playing it well offside was Taylor Mersick as play is halted. The linesman seen it enough of that. 3:43 left in the 5-minute check from behind penalty against Adrian College. Mckendree trying to sort out their lines, and now the puck is dropped. As it goes all the way back, playing it is Ivanowski. Goes D to D, and having a stick handle by as there's an Adrian College player there. And a turnover as Polari was right there to intercept the puck. Numbers advantage for Mckendree. Nets them the puck. Now walking in, Ivanowski. Ivanowski trying to push down low. As it right back, she fans on the shot. Back to the blue line over by the ACHA logo. Garrow fires in, saved by Colombo, and play halted with 8:22 left in the first period.
Well, the major penalty is definitely helping the Bearcats generate a little bit of offense against this Adrian team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not quite getting to those high traffic areas, those gritty areas.
Looks like that was the first shot on the power play that's actually recorded for the Bearcats.
Right.
Face-off win for Adrian College. Dan plays it. Watched there by her numerical counterpart in Albee. We're finally out of the zone, and coming out to play this is Malinowski. Near side for Messick. And up ahead for Roche. And the Bearcats gain the zone where Roche will take it. Backhand attempt, an easy save there by Colombo, and playing it near side corner is Misick. Fired in front, scramble, and in a moment of pandemonium, falling on it was Colombo to put the stoppage on the play.
Yeah, it was a good job to fall on that puck. It was starting to, deflect around a little bit and get to the front of the net. Colombo, the goalie, you'll see it here. Well, probably gonna have the replay on it, but you always have to be extra aware when more bodies are around, and tracking the puck is a big thing. Colombo that time did it well.
How hard is it to just gain your wits knowing that there's other players in front of the net? As this one trickles in front, corralled by Fortune, and she'll ice it all the way where Malinowski will have to play it.
Well,
and we have a hurt Bearcat on the other end of the ice. It looks like, we're not going to guess right now. It might be Janet Garrow, though. She tried getting up and just couldn't do it. Went right back down to her knees.
So, to get back to your answer, while we're letting while the injury is being tended to, get back to your answer. It's if you can read the play well, as who's up on her feet now and heading to the bench. If you can read the play well and see how the play is flowing, you'll be able to sort of guess as to where everybody's going with the puck. And at that point, you can fight through the traffic and everything else. It's when you don't read plays well that you're just looking and you're trying to peek around, figure out where it is, and the next thing you know, somebody's shooting it on the other side of you.
And Garrow's walking through the tunnel right now. She's halfway through before she took a seat. She's being looked at by the trainer. We'll see if we can grab an update, or hopefully she can return to the ice.
That's the proverbial lower body injury right there.
Yeah. Those tend to happen in this sport, as rough as it is. And despite all the equipment you have, there still are open spots that if you get hit there, it does hurt. High touch against the Bearcats, and that's why play is halted.
Exactly. Just ask anybody who's had to face Bobby Clark.
Of course, your equipment these days a lot better than what they used to be.
But a stick across the skates is still a stick across the skates.
Very true. Yes. And of course, we've seen the skate guards applied to a lot of players that play at this level and levels higher. Sometimes even juniors and high school levels, you'll see players with the skate guards. This one sent into the low goal of Dakota Peterson. And here near side with speed, getting this one out, Delaney Ivanowski. She'll walk this one up ahead, both blue lines, and then have this one sticked off of her blade by Tanya Candido. Candido, good job in the defensive zone, but the clearing attempt was intercepted by Ivanowski. Shot deflected, trickled in front, just wide of the far post, as back there's Polari. She'll rattle this around the end boards. Up and catching some snow, slowing down and outside of it. Trying to stick handle by Mckendree University as they're struggling to get a good opportunity. Battle ensues in front of the Adrian College bench. However, shots in favor of the Bearcats 6-5. Play halted with 6:16 with the first period, where we should have our first break.
Can't yet because it's still a penalty up there.
That's right, 104. How about that 5-minute major?
Yeah.
Usually they're 2 minutes, but this one a 5. Got to catch my wits about myself first.
Yeah.
This one iced down, back to play this. Lisick.
Just think about Texas barbecue.
Near side, Misick will play it. She fanned on it, and Colombo will put the squeeze on it as a handful of Bulldog players will skate by and say what's up.
Tell you what, it's been sort of a quiet first period in terms of opportunities on both sides here.
Yeah, that looks normally just kind of something that you would expect out of the first period out of the first game. And this one kept in by the Bearcats. Now with it, Wagner. Wagner fired wide and playing it far side is Misick. Misick will go down low. Back for Wagner. Wagner at the near side face-off dot. Loses possession of the puck, and now finally up goes Hardy. Hardy's going to have to get by 2 Bearcats, and she gets canceled out. And asking for a possible high stick was Lauren Davey, as she was whacked rather rudely. And then cancel someone out, she'll get a penalty.
Yep.
And that will do it, as there were 6 seconds left on that 5-minute major.
We're never going to, we actually will, we should hear immediate timeout. Strength.
So 2-minute body check penalty. We'll go 4-on-4 for 6 seconds, and then Adrian College has not a full 2-minute, but not a quick abbreviated penalty or a power play that they'll have a chance to.
I guess no media timeout either.
Well, there's still 6 seconds left on that.
Yeah, but you're 4-on-4. I figured they would have gotten it.
Well, it's at the ref's discretion too. I guess they wanted to play on.
Okay. Not that I'm arguing.
Coleman now with the puck enters the zone. Coleman still with it, fires up and fought off by Malinowski.
Good save.
As Malinowski, excuse me, that was Coleman who lost the handle. Back the other way we go. Wentz gaining some speed. Wentz a firing shot in the glove of Colombo, and she puts a squeeze on it. Now the Bulldogs with 1:34 of power play time.
Yeah, this song's appropriate.
Good music, our DJ at times, and public address announcer Andy Storrs.
Doing a good job as usual.
And back for Adrian College as they'll start the breakout, looking to gain a power play goal in the meantime. Out in front is Malinowski. Sees the puck, squeezes it, and 1:18 left on the power play. 4:36 in the first period. Seen a lot of penalties, no goals.
Yeah.
And 15 shots in total.
Which might speak to how both teams are built in terms of they have some skill players who can do something, just more skill than the Belleville side.
Oh, cross-ice pass there, and up to the task, and handling that was Jasmine Malinowski. Of course, she has hopes of going to the NWHL. We take another look. Yeah, I thought we were going to take another look at it. There we go. There's that second look, but play ensues, and now with the puck, the Bearcats will try to get this one out. They do successfully and have iced it, but because they still have 60 seconds left on the penalty kill, they won't stop play. Zimba in the near side corner. Chips this up ahead and just sent back down deep. Whoa. By Waldbillig. And all kinds of trouble for the Bulldogs here. Sent out in front, turned away by Colombo. And with the puck here is Levasseur. She'll go for Harrison with 32 seconds left on the power play.
Colombo very solid on that save.
And Adrian College, all kinds of trouble trying to break this puck out of their own zone right now. Zimba up ahead. Fortune now has it. She puts on the brakes and comes near side for Parody. Parody gains his zone and chipped it up ahead to herself. She tried to get by a defender. Now she'll try to soccer this back where given support was Hardy. Hardy now from the near side face-off dot. Back down to sent in front, and Coleman couldn't fire off a shot. She's whacking away, and the penalty expires.
As that goes out of play, a couple of Mckendree players literally it seemed like they were frozen in place and couldn't get the legs going. Nearly created a turnover.
Yeah, we will have a face-off just outside of the Adrian College. I think Adrian College expecting a break here, but we'll send the line out. The refs.
Yeah, they thought there was going to be immediate timeout. None was given.
3:09 left in the first period. One back to Garrow. Garrow chopped up ahead. Good to see her back on the ice. She was shaken up a little bit earlier in the first period. Now back up to the high slot and off of her stick. Back the other way with Parody leaving the charge. Parody tried to stick handle by Garrow. It's in front. Look out. Malinowski up to the task of turning that away. She's had to make some big saves on 9 shots so far. Back to Arnold. Arnold from the point was looking for a host of Bulldogs in front. Found a Bearcat as it was Hardy who now picked it up. Hardy will just go around the boards where Fortune will lay for it. Bearcat player lost her stick in the form of Delaney Ivanowski. Battled down the end boards as the puck trickles into the near side corner where Hardy was there. And a trio of Bearcats up and out of the zone. They go. Clark will dump this one in. She chases it in as Garrow. She'll also get to the puck first. Coming to the near side boards and playing it is Cook. Peterson gains his own. She chips it up ahead. Kylene Wilson looked the first Bulldog to get there. And McDonald. Couple of battles in front of the Zamboni doors. Sent to the high slot. There are no Bearcats there. They're looking to finish off their forward change. And Coleman chips this up ahead. Being watched by Savola. 3-on-2 if the Bearcats hurry. About 80 seconds left in the first period. Cut off there by Kylene Wilson as the play goes below the red line. And the Bulldogs will recover the puck, but it was carried out by Hoadley. Bearcats gain the zone after The turnover, or I guess, yeah, it was a forced turnover the other way as we enter 60 seconds. And Zidane missed on the puck. It went right through her legs. The Bearcats now with it up ahead, gaining the zone, and just chipping up ahead was Wentz.
Just back and forth, almost like a tennis match.
Kind of a transitional game right now. Up ahead, and the Bearcats defense there to take the puck as Zimba got in the passing lane of Walbelig. Walbelig with speed and then ran to her teammate as Hoadley had no idea where she was.
That'll be one way to slow a player down.
Force her into a teammate. You still got to get around bodies on the ice regardless of what team they play on. 15 seconds less. Polari into the zone. Polari into the slot. Polari to the far side safe. Face-off circle. She'll walk around. Fires up, and it wasn't on frame, but sent out in front. A shot that deflected, turned away by Malinowski into the last 2-1. And the first period expires after a shot from Robinson. The score still 0-0.
Just relatively even. Shots are relatively 11-9.
Pretty close.
It was pretty close. All around pretty close. As you said, a transitional period. A lot of back and forth. No real dangerous opportunities with the exception of the one goal mount scramble down low. Scoreless after one, I think a fair result.
Yeah, and after one, we are scoreless after one, and Adrian College looking to close out the Mckendree University Bearcats, but Mckendree trying to keep their season alive. We'll have period number 2 after this break. You're watching the Division I Women's National Championship on the ACHA Network.
Here at Comerica Center for all your 2019 ACHA Nationals.
You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy. Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate. Skate. Pass it. You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck. Come on!
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like it even more than birthday cake.
There are a few things that come along that change the course of history. Inventions or developments that reshape society. They usually aren't appreciated at first. In fact, they're often scoffed at. What good will that be?
Hello? Hi.
Surely that can't be practical.
She loves to see you.
But then, slowly, over time, the greatness of these achievements become manifest.
Hi!
Until one day, you ask yourself how you ever lived without them. That's the nature of turning points. They bring us to new roads and new heights. They open doors we never thought possible. So it's important that we go forward together.
I'm here with Gina.
That our growth
She's okay.
might not just benefit the great, but the good also. In small ways, and in grand ones.
Dad.
The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little.
At Wilson Electronics, we push every day to amplify the power of communication, to connect those who love and those who cannot live without it.
Dallas, Texas, in a stadium that has been sold out for months, the Cotton Bowl.
Notre Dame leading 17-14. 1:10 remaining in the game, and Texas will Street at quarterback. Street gives to the second man for a touchdown for Texas.
The 2020 Bridgestone NHL Winter Classic, an annual celebration of hockey's heritage. Tickets on sale April 23rd. The Cotton Bowl, New Year's Day. It's gonna be a classic.
The Dallas Stars, have put on camps like this, and we're just really trying to build hockey in the communities around Dallas.
Learn to skate and play hockey for free at Children's Health Star Centers. All throughout DFW, kids ages 4 to 14 can join Rookies programs presented by Lexus. Equipment is included, and kids will get a free jersey to take home. For more information, visit dallasstars.com/rookies.
You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy! Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate. Skate. Pass it. You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck. Come on.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like it even more than birthday cake.
There are a few things that come along that change the course of history. Inventions or developments that reshape society. They usually aren't appreciated at first. In fact, they're often scoffed at. What good will that be?
Hello? Hi.
Surely that can't be practical.
Loves to see you.
But then, slowly, over time, the greatness of these achievements become manifest.
Hi!
Until one day, you ask yourself how you ever lived without them. That's the nature of turning points. They bring us to new roads and new heights. They open doors we never thought possible. So it's important that we go forward together.
I'm here with Gina.
That our growth might not just benefit the great, but the good also. In small ways, and in grand ones.
Dad.
The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little.
At Wilson Electronics, we push every day to amplify the power of communication, to connect those who love and those who cannot live without it.
And welcome back to Frisco, Texas, the Comerica Center and home of the 2019 ACHA Women's Division I National Championship. Boz Echevarria alongside Brett Luthner, and after 20 minutes, we're tied. We haven't had a goal.
We haven't had a goal yet. We've got a couple cowboy hats out, cowgirl hats out there in the gold of Adrian, the fans over there, hoping their team can find the first one in this game.
Not a bad place to come down for maybe spring break and
not at
support
all.
the girls.
This is, I mean, listen, we've worked a lot, but we've had fun here in Frisco.
Yeah, absolutely, we have. It's been a fun time here, and as Adrian College and also Mckendree University Bearcats start coming out, the 2 versus the 7, and so far 4 periods of play, and really what it's netted out to is Adrian College being up by 1 game.
Adrian College up by 1 game, and I think if they score that first goal, you're going to see desperation out of the Bearcats. There's still obviously with the level score, there's still the opportunity to get that first one, see if you can ride it out. But I think if you're Mckendree, if you concede that first goal, it's going to become desperation time against a high-powered team like Adrian.
Yeah, of note, they did make a goaltending change coming into this game. It was Jasmine Malinowski. I guess I really shouldn't say a change because they've been rotating goalies every game for the whole season.
Yeah, so nothing new there. When you have a 1-and-1, if you will, or some people like to call it 1A and 1B.
2 number 1 goalies.
2 number 1 goalies, or 1 and 1A, or however you want to term it. You're going to switch them back and forth. And so that's the case here. Malinowski gets to start tonight.
Coming in pretty loose, just kind of enjoying the moment right now. And the face-off won by the Adrian College Bulldogs. Fresh sheet of ice, and a new 20 minutes to play as Hardy fanned on her shot. And into the near side boards we go. It's played out by Peterson. Arnold regains the puck just in front of her blue line, chipped up ahead for Hardy, as Hardy tries to gain the zone with possession, but she didn't have it. However, she did gain the zone, and now she does gain possession, walks into the slot, and a shot that was not going to be allowed by the Bearcat defense.
Sorry, Boss. There's been a lot of neutral zone play, a lot of counters, a lot of back and forth, as I said in the first period. Almost like a tennis match sometimes. You watch the puck go one way or the other.
Chipped up ahead, icing waved off, as going back to play this with speed is Alyssa Albee. Albee canceled out there by Parody, is now gaining the puck was Garrow. She wraps it around the far boards and kept in, set back down by Zidane. Fires Williams, and Malinowski up to the task. She so far made 12 saves on 12 shots.
It telescoped out well to cut down that angle when the shot was coming in. You'll see again here. Kept in the line, and the pass is going to come across a one-time, but you see Malinowski telescoping out. Those slides always look so good when you're coming out and making the save, by the way.
Well, looking at Malinowski, too, you talk about a loose goaltender. Grooving out to Sweet Emotion during this.
Great song. Just saying, not like Aerosmith or anything.
Yeah. Zidane lost the handle on it, back the other way, as she's going to have to hold up at the blue line, wait for the forwards to come back. Now guided up, was looking for her teammate Leah Williams. Turnover here, the Bearcats, and they turn it over. Robinson gains his own. Knifed off the stick by Kayla Waldbillig. And Williams, far side corner, right in front of the always adventurous Zamboni doors. Sometimes a journey when you play a puck off of there. Harrison into that very same corner. Now back to the point. That was shot in by Zidane and turned away by Malinowski. Bearcats now have it. Kind of forcing the play into that red line board, where the Adrian College Bulldogs now near side, corralling the puck and going to send this one deep before peeling off was Waldbillig. Both teams get a change after a long shift, where Zidane will play it down in her own red line, and Eileen Wilson goes all the way around. Met by and cut up by a host of Bearcats, where Savola was trying to give chase. This one angled out all the way back. Icing waved off as it slowed up in front of the Adrian College bench.
Now Mckendree has to deal with pressure because Adrian has stepped up their forechecking game a bit here.
Leone having some trouble to get this one out. She finally just guides it up ahead as it'll slow up at the far side hash marks. Kind of a miscommunication there with the Bulldogs leads to a turnover. Ivanowski was looking for a shot but couldn't get it off. Now the other way Candido goes. Candido walks in, leads it for Levasseur and out, way out of her crease, but making the stop, cutting off the angle there was Malinowski.
Excellent job again, telescoping out, cutting off those angles. And also, when you do that, you trust your defense, as we're getting a quick look at that. You trust your defense to be able to close off passing lanes, and did so there.
Now back the other way, Clark was looking for it, but it was a good stick check there by Delaney Ivanowski. Up the other way, and around it finally is Harrison as she puts on the brakes. Just outside of the face-off circle and the near side in her own zone. Gaining zone is Clark. Clark walks in, fires, and didn't get to the net. Ahead, Arnold off the boards in front of the Bearcat bench and finally down and in. And hopping off the ice is Dakota Peterson. Much needed change for the Bearcats as they had a decent shift out there. Nick will play.
Slashing the call as Studnicka played the puck. And we got ourselves an Adrian power play as into the penalty box goes
Paris Suzuki, the guilty party. So another opportunity for Adrian College to get a goal. Trying to solve Jasmine Malinowski. And Hardy will get kicked out for the false start. So coming in, Leah Williams, freshman out of Sarnia, Ontario. Up above the border, Parody will play it, far side boards. Back up to the blue line, Candido go for Fortune. Fortune looking for a far side shot, found the skate of a Bearcat player, and Nadia Studnicka. Malinowski makes a save. And play halted with 15:40 in the second period.
That was a good take there by Studnicka. But the traffic opened up right there at the very end, and that allowed Malinowski to have a very easy save on Studnicka's shot.
Williams into the far side corner. She'll circle around and then just leave it for Parody. Was looking maybe for a give and go for Williams, but laid it out front, sticked away. Almost down and labeled for the far side point or post, but wide. Hardy now down low below the red line. He'll go for Fortune. Walks at the face-off circle. Shot, Malinowski up and over! And it went in! They score!
Well, eventually you're going to get the power play to work, and in this case, just a goalmouth presence. Here it is again. Puck worked, circle. There's the save, just popped up, and two white jerseys to jam this one home. Fortune able to step into the circle, gets the shot off, and just jammed home. Couldn't quite tell which stick got to it first. It was such a scramble. But a big first goal for Adrian.
We'll check in with PA announcer Andy Storrs on it to see who will get credit for the goal. We'll hold up for that, but right now Levasseur with the puck. It looks like he is ready for that announcement. We'll give it to you.
If the mic's on.
If the mic's on, yes.
Nope.
Parody's going to get credit for the power play goal. And that's how this game gets started as a battle ensues right in front of Andy Storrs.
Parody from Leo Williams at 4:45 and gives the Bulldogs a 1-0 lead. And now you're going to have to see Mckendree really play with desperation.
Ahead, and now in her own corner goes D to D for Sedan on the far side corner. With a puck, Ivanowski. Ivanowski had this one chopped off of her stick. Mercick will pull off, and now down at their own red line, like Burbage. Only back out where Wilson will play it at the center line. being harassed there was Coleman. Watched by a trio of Bearcats, and walking out of it was McDonald, who left it for Wilson, and she goes D to D. Into the zone, and this one, I guess, not touched by Selena Clark, and we have icing at 13:57.
Well then, a classic song.
Classic movie.
Yes.
Ghostbusters, the song.
And the original version too, not the remade version by somebody else. Ray Parker Jr.
Back to the point, down low, a shot fire that didn't find the near post. Out of play, Clark. Up ahead for McDonald. McDonald had some room to skate. She'll leave it for Clark here on that near side. Walked in the face-off circle, low angle shot corralled by Malinowski. And she has some words with McDonald as McDonald skated by.
Little drive-by there. But you're now starting to see Adrian's passes a little more crisper in this period. They weren't quite there in the first, but they're now starting to hone in here in period number 2. The passes are more accurate, more sharp, if you will. That's really helping.
Laid out in front. There was looking for someone in the slot. The Bulldogs were. Couldn't find anyone. And now to play this is Kat Robinson, fired and turned away by Malinowski. So far 17 shots, 16 saves. Down goes Polari as this will rattle around the Bearcat end board. And up ahead, getting this out was the captain of the Bearcats. Back the other way we go. Now to play this is Hoadley. Hoadley into the corner. Not quite time to panic, but the Bearcats do need a goal. With speed, Wentz. Wentz will go around the net. But still with it, plays it into the corner, and now to give chase, Albee. Albee and Hoferty and the inboards walking out where the Bearcats shot from the top of the point. Turned away by Colombo.
Good setup that time by the Bearcats. Unfortunately, a lot of traffic in front for that slap shot. I'd like to see sometimes if you get that one-timer up top, don't lean away from it when you take the slap shot. Step in.
Get the old body weight into the shot. Now laid out over by the slot area, just inside of the circle, and walking away is Dosher. Far side parodies to Candles by, and good defense there as they were able to negate the Adrian College rush.
Go rugby scrum in the crease there for a moment.
There's Rugby World Cup occurring later this year.
There's a professional rugby league here in the United States too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good time rugby if you're looking for it. Of course, the College Rugby Cup coming up later in May. Kind of the equivalent for the ACHA National Tournament in the sport of rugby. Fine sport that is, as is hockey. And the corner play goes as Dan will play it for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Finds Dosher. Jimmy Bosher. That was Bosher who actually got the game-winning goal yesterday too, and it was a nifty one. A snipe at the top corner that won the game with 24.2 seconds left for Adrian College.
Yeah, it was going to take that to be the deciding factor in yesterday's game.
And, you know, can't help the feeling that that game had overtime labeled all over it.
Yeah.
But a marvelous effort by Hunter Bosher. Levasseur now up ahead, looking for Arnold. Arnold tried to just whack at this one in. Excuse me, that was Harrison. And play a goal into the corner as Garrow is watched by a host of Bulldogs who are trying to keep maintain offensive possession. Back up to the point. That was errant for Arnold. She recovers just outside the blue line. Harrison fanned on her dump-in attempt and played all the way back. Harrison finally chipped in and angled it off the boards. Will Levasseur play from her own blue line, but there to intercept the puck. And a shot saved by Colombo, and then she knocks a post off, trying to get to the puck where play is halted.
Bodies strewn all over the place in that end.
Well, it looked like Colombo was just momentarily kicked by Levasseur as Levasseur was coming over. We'll have another look at this.
Coming in, here's the shot, there's the save, here's the push off. The net came off, trying to get after that puck. And then probably on the on the flyby is when Colombo got clipped.
Mercick momentarily had some equipment problems. This is why we had the haltage right there. Now Fortune will walk out of the zone. Fortune goes blue line to blue line and couldn't chip this one deep. Now with the puck here near side, Callie Hoadley. Back to Hoadley. Just chipped in deep where Colombo leave the puck for Harrison. Rattles it off the glass and now finally out of zone where Zimba had it. Oof. And Adrian College could have had a 2-on-1 with that opportunity. And they may have another one here if Williams and Zimba can hurry. Zimba laid out in front in the high slot and then just whacked away at by the Bearcat defense. O'Flaherty, D to D for Candido. Now laid in the corner and with the puck is Leah Williams. Williams, a shot that was labeled wide, as also covering that far post was Malinowski. Zimba with the puck. She's been on an offensive possession for a while. Zimba will look to turn and shoot. Fire was looking for Williams, who was right at that near side post for us, and she couldn't hammer it home.
Mckendree starting to get caught a little bit, trying to pay too much attention to the puck carrier going around the zone, and the backdoor winger is usually open.
Bosher, nice move there by Parody. She stick handled around the defense for Adrian College, was on a chair. That's why there was no one at the point. But now Holford, he tries to stick handle in and was cut off there by her teammate Hardy. But Bosher with a shot save. Malinowski momentarily lost it, but then covered up. And with 8:43, we will take it.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Barron Championship Rings, proud sponsor and championship ring provider for the ACHA. Warrior Sports, the preferred stick supplier of the ACHA. The Dallas Stars. For tickets and more information, visit dallasstars.com. And Southwest Airlines, the official event airline partner of the 2019 ACHA National Championships.
America Center and Frisco, Texas, home of the 2019 ACHA National Championship. Women's D1 here. And so far, Adrian College coming out with a 1-goal lead with 8:43 left in the second period.
And again, you're starting to see Mckendree paying attention a little bit to the puck carrier, and it's leaving those backdoor plays open for Adrian. But on the other end, Mckendree, they may be able to take advantage of Adrian getting a little too fancy in the offensive zone and create that counterattack.
Mckendree, of course, the chances coming off of yesterday, they had rushes off the counterattack. Of course, Nicole Parody, the goal scorer on the power play, and she so far is the difference in this game. And coming out of the break, getting tossed from the circle is Dominica Roush. Well, no one here to take.
Oh, you got somebody?
Yeah, they finally found someone and face off one back to Wilson. Wilson momentarily paused, and then her shot was blocked off. And we're going to have a penalty against Mckendree College for interference immediately right off the face-off.
Mckendree University moves off to the box.
It looks like that's going to be number 20, Dakota Peterson.
Interference. She doesn't know what she's going for.
Excuse me, that was Madison Messick, excuse me.
There's no idea. I didn't see where the penalty was either.
I don't think Music knows where the penalty was either, because
maybe off of a face-off. It's the only thing I could think of when she said a pick for somebody. Maybe if we can get that re-racked on a clear down or now from that face-off, it'd be interesting to see.
We'll scramble out in front, a couple of words being exchanged in front of Malinowski as the Adrian College Bulldogs on a power play with 8:30 left in period number 2. See if we can take another look at this before we reset. And we'll just reset the puck. Draw, that's one back, and Harrison will play it. I was looking to play it for Harrison. Now up ahead, Levasseur, shot saved by Malinowski. She had some trouble holding on to that puck, and Malinowski will squeeze it Just a couple of seconds into the power play.
Nope, not sure we got that one, so.
Well, offensive zone time for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Hardy going to take this face off as Adrian College wins it back. Candido for Parody. Back to Candido. And down low for Fortune. Fortune leaves it for Williams. Williams will cycle up. Williams now at the top of the circle, sent back down for Hardy. Hardy at the dot. Hardy still with the puck, now back by the blue line. And Hardy at the circle, and there's going to be another penalty. Laid out in front, Parody tried to handle it, laid out in front. Malinowski will put the squeeze on it.
Yep.
And we'll go 5-on-3 at least for minute 17 for another interference call against the Mckendree University Bearcats.
Yeah, it's not sure. Oh, and now there's an argument going on in the. Well, not so. It's not an argument, but it is a very strong debate going on.
Well, once you're in the box, you're not really getting out until a goal scored or the penalty expires. But right now, perilous times for the Mckendree University Bearcats as the head coach on the far side, Derek Pilardi, asking for a couple of explanations and how they ended up finding themselves in a two-player deficit on the ice for the next minute 17. So Malinowski, Ivanowski. It's also going to be Wentz who's going to take the draw, and one other Bearcat. One back by Harrison. Far side circle, back to Harrison. Now down low, Williams put the handle on it, back to Candido. Harrison looking for Williams in the slot, turned away. Finally up and out, now back the other way go the Bearcats. Bearcats now with it, walking in, and that was Wentz as she circled around, and Adrian College will come back and try to set up another 5-on-3 with 45 seconds left on the first penalty of interference. Parody walks down low with the puck. Williams circles around, back to the top for Candido. Candido goes for Harrison, near side. Harrison thinking about a shot, sticked away by Malinowski, and grabbed by Hardy on the far side, Zamboni doors. Hardy down low for Williams, back to the top for Candido. Walks and finds Harrison from that point, and sticked away by Malinowski. Harrison from ACHA logo went over the top of the crossbar. Angled up, but not out, and finally going all the way down is going to be Laura Wentz.
Yeah, I think you got to, if you're Adrian, you got to telescope that in more when it's 5-on-3. You got to shrink it down in the areas more.
39 seconds left on the player advantage to the Adrian College Bulldogs. Now Levasseur below the red line. Levasseur now with it again. Goes back and up for Zidane. Fires in front, turned away by Malinowski. It looks like it went off the skate of Ivanowski out front. Now back with Zidane. Fired again, sticked up ahead by Levasseur, up over everyone. As Fortune will play it down low for Zimba. Zimba will go for Boscher, back for Zimba. Back for Boscher to the last 5. Zidane with 2 and 1. Shot fired, turned away by Malinowski, and she puts a squeeze on it with 5:53 left in the middle frame.
Yeah, needed, and good penalty kill for the Bearcats. Just helped out a little bit by Adrian, keeping it outside and not really able to compact the zone, especially in that 5-on-3. So that's where it helped out a little bit, but a good job of just keeping everything away and clearing down.
Would you have liked to see Adrian College kind of walk it in a little bit more and close off the shot distance?
Yeah, even just a gradual shrink it down in. You know, every pass, everybody just moves in just a little bit tighter and force Mckendree to have to basically back into each other.
Oh, after killing off the 5-on-3, the Bearcats going to try to look for an equalizing goal. And now finally walking this one out, but it was soccered up ahead by Coleman. Coleman trying to get to the puck. Coleman left it for a couple of players in the slot. We're going back and playing this is Studnicka. She rattles the puck around the boards. And Wilson kept it in, fired in, saved by Malinowski. And Malinowski not happy with being whacked at after the save, and she momentarily went after Coleman with a puck laid behind her own net.
Yeah, right now, Mckendree not too pleased with the officials, I'd say.
Now we go down 5-on-3, and then your goalie takes a couple of whacks. Probably not. Clark with a shot. Malinowski puts a squeeze on it, and play halted with 5:01 left in period number 2.
Oh, she's not lacking for confidence, that's for sure. Gets that, gloves it, pops up.
A little reminiscent of Marc-Andre Fleury, talking with a lot of her teammates. Still has a smile on her, but not afraid to chirp with players from the other team.
Nope. Here's a look here. Walk into the zone by Clark. Has the opportunity. There's this gloves, just snaps it right out of the air, and a little bounce at the end.
We could say that Malinowski could swagger off some of the pucks the way that she's playing. However, the Bearcats down by 1 goal. Into the slot, the puck when it was recovered by Peterson, and we'll go back the other way where Adrian College recovered. Merset gets stepped into as there's going to be a checking penalty of some sort.
That's definitely going to be one, yeah.
Now back into the corner as Candido will play it. Back to Candido.
Got about 3 or 4 different ones you can call there.
And that's where the penalty will be touched up on. And that will be a body check as well, there's one of them. And there's the tail end of the one that got called. Didn't mean to step on your toes.
No, it's all right. I got size 13, so kind of it's easy to do.
Delaney Ivanowski, the guilty party for Mckendree University, and they'll go back on the power play with 4:22 in the second period. Or I guess they'll go back on the penalty kill. Adrian College will go on the power play with 4:22 in the second period. Hardy, Fortune, and Williams, the forwards, alongside Candido and Parody for the Bulldogs. Williams, slot backhand, that was wide.
There's so many times you can play with this kind of danger until it bites you.
And we're gonna have a roughing call, and immediately Kayla Waldbillig will go to the.
I'd like to see this now.
So another 5-on-3 with 4:06, and this is going to be an even longer 5-on-3. It's going to be a minute 44 that the Bearcats are going to have to endure before they get another player back, and then have to endure a 16-minute or 16-second 5-on-4. 16-minute penalty would be kind of long.
There would be a little bit, but not impossible. In this tournament, probably. But I've seen some other, we call them knuckleheads, commit various infractions.
And far side there with the puck is Harrison. This one up and over, doesn't touch the netting, just off the high glass behind the end boards. Back for Candido at the point. Candido langs it for Parody. Parody to the slot was looking for Williams. Left out front, they score!
That's what we're talking about, collapsing it down low.
Kaylee Hardy doubles the goal on a 5-on-3, and it's 2-0 for the Adrian College Bulldogs.
He's putting it down low, getting right to the front. There's not enough bodies to cover everybody. Spread out, boom, pass down low, stuff it home. And the number 2 team in the country starting to look like they're on their way.
Not much that Malinowski could do on that, as she made the initial save, and then Hardy was just able to walk around. Adrian College 2-0, 3:39. But of course, it was a 5-on-3, so Adrian College still with a player advantage, that being 125.
Hardy's very difficult to move out from the front of the net, picking up that goal.
Williams gets the assist on that power play goal as the Bearcats ice this all the way down. And well, now with the puck, Wentz. Does get tangled with an Adrian College Bulldog. Zimba now with it. Zimba walks into the zone. Zimba by herself, as the Bulldogs will get a quick change, defensively at least. Boscher walks in. Boscher pulls back, and then she lost a handle on it. She'll just go down low for Zimba. Back to Boscher. Boscher laid in front of the crease. Left, Malinowski sprawled out. Still left in front. Turned away by Malinowski. Again, a save by Malinowski. A handful of saves there. Going back the other way is Albie. Albie walks into the zone. Albie was trying to find a teammate there still, and then having her stick tied was Jana Guerrero, and then putting the glove on it was the goaltender Colombo with 2:21 in the middle frame.
Isn't that look at that scramble? Malinowski competing all the way through, locating the puck quickly to make those saves. Shot totals in this period, Boz, 18-3 in favor of Adrian.
Yeah, Adrian College pulling away on the shot total. Of course, the 2 5-on-3s may have assisted with that, but so far we're going to have another penalty, but this one's going to go against Adrian College, and with 6 seconds left, we'll have 4-on-4 time, and then an abbreviated power play for Mckendree University Bearcats.
Not much of an abbreviation, that's for sure. There's a play side of net. A little bit of a hook there. At the very end, you see putting the hooks in and cue up the music again.
I'm sure Mckendree fans probably thinking that maybe a slight, or I guess Adrian College, maybe a slight makeup call somewhere.
I don't know where one of our camera guys, Nick, ran off to. He was turning the camera towards us for a minute and go, wait a second.
Well, yeah, there's a problem if you're on the penalty kill, or if you're 4-on-4, you got to make sure you have 4 skaters out there. And the refereeing crew realizing that Adrian College had an extra skater. However, 2-1, and the 4-on-4 expires. The Bearcats of Mckendree University now on the power play. Maddie Arnold. Now with the puck, Ivanowski. Ivanowski still with the puck, walks in, fires, and watching that puck sail across the front of her crease was Colombo. This one sent all the way down. Back to play this is Jasmine Malinowski. And the Bearcats will start the breakout from behind their own net. Laid up and playing this is Walbillet. Gaining zone onside. The Bearcats 2-on-1. Fired. Turned away by Colombo. Now Candido. Candido with speed through the neutral zone. Candido on the far side. Tried to stick handle, then had her stick lifted, and then crashes in to Malinowski, and probably said sorry with how hot Malinowski has been in a couple exchanges, but friendly as play is halted.
Well, how you doing?
61 seconds left on the power play for Mckendree University. It'll come to the blocker side of Jasmine Malinowski. Finally out of the Bearcat zone, having trouble getting any further was Messick. And Williams will corral at their own blue line and just sent this all the way down as we are under 60 seconds in the second period. Studnicka. Fanned on that attempt, back goes Mercick. Mercick, and she didn't get a shot attempt off as she was turned away by the back check of Mckendree University. They'll make a Roche all the way around, and Messick will play it. Messick for Albie. Albie gains his own, waiting for support there. She puts on the brakes. Left behind for Roush. Roush still with it. This off the back of the net. She couldn't get it backhand attempt out. Fired and turned away by the goaltender in Dana Colombo.
Hasn't been tested much this period, but was there.
And play goes down as now at the top the penalty has expired. Looking for someone out in front. Didn't find anyone, was looking probably for Roush. This one sent all the way down, and we'll see if icing it does get waved off as there was Peterson. And the period ends with the Adrian College Bulldogs finding another goal on a power play and doubling their goal, so it now expands to 2.
Scoreless after 1, but you saw Adrian really turn on the pressure offensively in the second period, doing a good job crashing that net. And now it's an uphill climb for Mckendree as they go to the locker rooms.
That third period on deck after the break, after the intermission, after 2 periods, Adrian College up by 2.
Sportswear, the official merchandise supplier of the 2019 ACHA National Championships. Visit the merchandise table on the upper concourse here at the Comerica Center. for all your 2019 ACHA Nationals hats, shirts, sweatshirts, and more. By Barron Championship Rings, the official ring vendor for all ACHA National Champions and ACHA Hall of Famers. Barron Championship Rings has a great story. Let Barron share yours. Led by the car wrestler, the car wrestler, the ACHA. Discounts and special benefits are available for all ACHA membership and fans, as detailed on the ACHA website. Watch your car wrestler. Get out of here there. I'm an Alex Starr. We'll be out with exciting ACHA action here at Nashville. By the Frisco Convention and Visitors Bureau. Visit
Come on. You know it is. Come on. Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus.
Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate. Skate. Pass it. You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck. Come on.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like it even more than birthday cake.
There are a few things that come along that change the course of history. Inventions or developments that reshape society. They usually aren't appreciated at first. In fact, they're often scoffed at. What good will that be?
Hello? Hi.
Surely that can't be practical.
She loves to see you.
But then, slowly, over time, the greatness of these achievements become manifest.
Hi!
Until one day, you ask yourself how you ever lived without them. That's the nature of turning points. They bring us to new roads and new heights. They open doors we never thought possible. So it's important that we go forward together.
I'm here with Gina.
That our growth might not just benefit the great, but the good also. In small ways, and in grand ones.
Dad.
The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little.
At Wilson Electronics, we push every day to amplify the power of communication, to connect those who love and those who cannot live without it.
Dallas, Texas, in a stadium that has been sold out for months, the Cotton Bowl.
Notre Dame leading 17-14. 1:10 remaining in the game, and Texas will Street at quarterback. Street gives to the second man for a touchdown for Texas.
The 2020 Bridgestone NHL Winter Classic, an annual celebration of hockey's heritage. Tickets on sale April 23rd. The Cotton Bowl, New Year's Day. It's gonna be a classic.
The Dallas Stars have put on camps like this, and we're just really trying to build hockey in the communities around Dallas.
Learn to skate and play hockey for free at Children's Health Star Centers. All throughout DFW, kids ages 4 to 14 can join Rookies programs presented by Lexus. Equipment is included and kids will get a free jersey to take home. For more information, visit dallasstars.com/rookies.
You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy! Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus.
Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate. Skate. Pass it. You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck. Come on.
Skating was hard at first. Sometimes I fell, but I always got back up. Now when I'm skating, I feel like a rocket, or maybe a race car. Something really fast. It's my second favorite feeling. Scoring is my favorite. I think I like it even more than birthday cake.
There are a few things that come along that change the course of history. Inventions or developments that reshape society. They usually aren't appreciated at first. In fact, they're often scoffed at. What good will that be?
Hello? Hi.
Surely that can't be practical.
She loves to see you.
But then, slowly, over time, the greatness of these achievements become manifest.
Hi!
Until one day, you ask yourself how you ever lived without them. That's the nature of turning points. They bring us to new roads and new heights. They open doors we never thought possible. So it's important that we go forward together.
I'm here with Gina.
That our growth might not just benefit the great, but the good also. In small ways, and in grand ones.
Dad.
The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little.
At Wilson Electronics, we push every day to amplify the power of communication, to connect those who love and those who cannot live without it.
Dallas, Texas, in a stadium that has been sold out for months, the Cotton Bowl.
Notre Dame leading 17-14. 1:10 remaining in the game, and Texas with Street at quarterback. Street gives to the second man for a touchdown for Texas.
The 2020 Bridgestone NHL Winter Classic, an annual celebration of hockey's heritage. Tickets on sale April 23rd. The Cotton Bowl, New Year's Day. It's gonna be a classic.
The Dallas Stars have put on camps like this, and we're just really trying to build hockey in the communities around Dallas.
Learn to skate and play hockey for free at Children's Health Star Centers. All throughout DFW, kids ages 4 to 14 can join Rookies programs presented by Lexus. Equipment is included and kids will get a free jersey to take home. For more information, visit DallasStars.com/rookies.
And back at the Comerica Center in Frisco, Texas, after 40 minutes of hockey. We'll get the second period underway. Adrian College in front by a score of 2-0. And so far it's been kind of the shot totals and the goal totals are kind of matching right now. Mckendree 15 shots, Adrian College 30 shots, and that's kind of where we stand after the first 40 minutes of play. And we'll see what Mckendree University can do to battle back and get two goals while keeping Adrian College at 0 goals in this third period so that they can even up this matchup. Bozic Varia alongside Brett Luthner. And Brett, what would you like to see out of Mckendree University in the last 20 minutes to possibly face him?
Force Adrian into bad passes again. That's what usually got you the success. Force them into those bad passes, read those passing lanes, create the turnovers, counterattack. That's their only shot to get into this game, because if they start skating back and forth, Adrian's going to pull away.
Of course, Mckendree University, they had to fight off a handful of 5-on-3 disadvantages that they were victims of and find themselves down 2 goals in the last 20 minutes, potentially, of their season. Jasmine Malinowski, although she's turned away 28 of 30, so she's done a great job in goal for the Bearcats.
Right. And, oh, by the way, the other part of it too, let's not take away, there were a lot of penalties that appeared because it was skating. And the Bulldogs will out-skate the Bearcats. So, if you're looking at it, if you force them into bad passing lanes and bad passes, you're also not going to be taking the penalties, which is what happened yesterday. So let's, if I'm Mckendree, I'm getting back into that. Force them to make the errant passes, the bad decision, and counterattack.
Boscher's shot was wide of the near post, or it was short of the near post. As Parody stick checking there on the forecheck, and finally out of the Mckendree zone with speed. Getting that puck is Peterson. Peterson gains his own far side hash mark. And now down by the end boards as she's watched by, that was Jess Harrison. Peterson's puck was knocked off by Parody. This one deflected back by Maddie Arnold, as Arnold was thinking about ringing it around the boards, and then she tries to stick handle out of the zone. And now finally out of zone, but sent right back as waiting for it. Reading the play was Lauren Davey.
Good cut off so far early on. Mckendree cutting off those lanes.
Up and over far side glass, and now here near side, as we'll have to dig this one out. The Bulldogs are the ones that are successful in doing it, and then they ice the puck. And with 18:47 now gone, we'll have the face-off back in the Bulldog zone. Face-off one back to the Diaz. Shot fired and trickled, and then turned away by Dana Colombo, the goaltender for Adrian College. So far pitching a shutout, 16 shots on goal, 16 saves.
Yeah, it hasn't been tested too much, especially in that second period, which Adrian dominated. Tested a little bit in the first period, not so much in the second.
Work cut out for the Bearcats at Mckendree University. Will go down the other way, though, as now Candido try to get this all the way around. It didn't reach Robinson. Robinson had to skate back for it to pick it up, and she finally ends up in, not just off, I guess it was onside, was Polari. Finally, this one just slapped up, and back to play it at the red line was Holferty. Guided in by Candido. Circling back around, Ivanowski below her own red line, finally backhanded up but not out, as activating from the point was Candido. Adrian College still trying to keep it in. Candido doing a good job nicely after activating from the point. As the rest of the Adrian College Bulldogs change off. Coleman tried to get this one deep, couldn't do it successfully. But Coleman now there, and also had support there from Selena Clark. The Bearcats were on a change, at least the forwards were. They're trying to get a defensive change, but not being able to get this all the way out, where the Bearcats, Ivanowski now down on the end boards in the corner. And in the corner we go. It's going to be Wagner who has the puck. Wagner will send this up by the point, and finally just backhanded out as Zidane now has it. Zidane walks in. She had to evade Coleman, and then Zidane harassed by Peterson. And we'll have a stoppage here. Not exactly sure the reason for it. Maybe the Bulldogs are offside. The refs right now having a conversation. Face-off will come just outside the Bearcat zone. Just had to change. Maybe the play was offside. Didn't have a good look at it. 16:51 and the final frame. Last 20 minutes of regulation. Leves here to take this face-off. Captain Jenna Garrow wins it for the Bearcats. Defensive pair not able to get this one out though, however, and now Garrow will play it from red line. Tried to pitchfork this one up, but not out. And now the Bearcats finally do now with it is Wentz. Wentz one-on-one. Wentz feigned on the shot. That was coming from the ACHA logo, the potential attempt. Now Albie watched by a trio of Bulldogs and digging this one out. Winning that with a numbers battle were the Bulldogs. Up back the other way. Walking up is Mersick. Mersick was almost canceled out there, and she fights through to maintain possession of the puck. Now Malinowski has to make a save, where a couple of Bulldogs are crashing in, and play halted with 16:09 in the last frame.
Yeah, they're not able to get, Mckendree's not able to get anything generated up ice because Adrian's starting to cut off their lanes and sending it right back in. Tough to come back 2-0 down when you're 200 feet away.
One shot each team, almost 4 minutes surpassed, 3:51 gone in the last period. Shot off the face-off that went wide of, of that far corner, and blowing a tire there was the goaltender in Bosher. All the way back, and Mckendree advised the puck. Go back all the way down with 16 minutes left in the final frame. It'll come to the blocker side of Jasmine Malinowski, who for the most part has done a wonderful job of stopping 29 of 31 shots. Just maybe need some offensive support to keep the Bearcat team involved. Parody back to the point. Now back to Parody. She'll let this one go all the way down. We're playing the puck was Bosher. Getting it back all around. It's Arnold to go D to D. And just slightly into the zone. The Bulldogs will try to get this one deep as there's a trio on the far side boards right by the hash marks. Hardy and Bosher. And Parody comes out with it. Parody stick handles by. Shot blockered up. And the Bearcats try to get to the puck. Hardy harassing a couple of Bearcats players as this will go all the way down. The Bearcats advise the puck with 15:17 left in the third period.
They're setting up, there's going to be an interview on ACHA tonight. A certain goaltender who turned aside 52 shots out of 52.
Yeah, over 2 games. That was the Miami of Ohio goaltender. It was such a absolute performance. We're going to record that, and you can catch her interview on ACHA tonight.
That'd be Ripley Crosley.
Yeah, Ripley Crosley.
Gonna be on later tonight. She's here taking in a little bit of the game, and she'll be on later tonight. We're gonna record that interview with Matt Coma.
She's
amazing.
2 games, 52 shots, and she pitched a shutout.
Yeah, twice.
And she gets an off day tomorrow.
Yes,
which
a well-deserved off day.
Which Adrian College right now looking to gain by virtue of a victory today. Of course, the Bearcats trying to prevent that. I'm sure at this point, the Mckendree University Bearcats are perfectly fine with playing 5 days in a row if it means a national championship. Sent out in front, now giving chase is Kylene Wilson. Try to angle this off the glass unsuccessfully as Bearcats players. And we'll have this play halted. Offside were the Bearcats. Face-off will come in the, or maybe it was a hand pass, but face-off will come in the Adrian College zone with 14:19 left in the third period. If you're watching this game, maybe a little bit more stoppages than we're probably used to so far. But if you're at Mckendree University, probably okay with that, considering that you're working not just against the clock, but also a very rampant Adrian College Bulldog team. Now guided up ahead, getting his own Wagner. Wagner mishandled the puck, still had nut in the slot, now walking out, and guided up ahead for Coleman. Coleman gains his own. A shot that's turned away by the leg pad save. Malinowski, another stick save there, rather brilliantly. Jasmine Malinowski, as she had a stick stuck in her blocker, she'll just leave that behind her net and then poke it away. Up and over as Mckendree University tried to avoid a too many penalty. Battle around, still in the Bearcat zone, and then missing on the attempt in front of the net was Alyssa Albee. Got to the top, angled out, trying to give chase there. Zimba. Excuse me, that's Mercick that was there. In front of saved by Malinowski on the far side post. Now back to Arnold. Arnold going to walk in, sends it in front, was looking for Mercick as she was trying to deflect it, the shot from the point. Now Levasseur from there, she'll rattle this around the boards as play goes into the corner. And the Bearcats going to try to get this one out with 13 minutes, surpassing right about now. 13 minutes left in the period, I should probably say. In front of the Adrian College bench, the puck goes as they were looking for Kat Robinson. I know this one laid low. Well, Robinson was trying to play it. Now trying to stick handle by was Studnicka. Arnold stood, and then Kay into the corner. Angled up and out. And Robinson fanned on the dump in attempt, or at least the get it deep attempt. And now Hardy will play it back. She'll circle all the way around, and then in front of her net. All the speed there goes Parody. She'll win the race, no icing there, but she will have to battle a stick. She kicks that one aside. Shot turned away. Hardy in front, saved by Malinowski. Another save, and a couple cross checks. After that excursion in the Bearcat zone, we'll have another look at that.
I mean, that's some wheels on Parody there. And it causes so many problems down low. That's why the Bearcats can't afford to skate. They got to be able to try to counter here in this last 12:09.
Keep the legs moving, find a counterattack opportunity. Adrian College now with it, and turned away by Malinowski. This shot from Arnold. Now back goes Wilson. Wilson from her own blue line, a good forecheck there applied by Kay. And now Kay with speed. Still with the puck, excuse me, that's Peterson, and then left it there, and it's going to be Parody by herself. Back goes Malinowski, and a save! Woo. What a save, as a matter of fact, by Jasmine Malinowski.
Did well to stay with Parody. Here's the breakaway, looking in, looks up, and just stays with the puck all the way, doesn't fall for any kind of deke, just realizes the shot's going to come and stays with that puck, loses the stick in the process, but puck pops up and right into the glove.
Malinowski doing her part to keep this a 2-goal deficit for the Bearcats. Hoping for some offensive support to cut the lead that the Bulldogs have in half. This one's still kept in the Bearcat zone as trickling out. Now picking it up is Savola. Feet, and you can hear that from everyone on both benches to let their players know where the puck was. Back in her own zone and deep in her own zone, she'll go D to D was Tanya Candido. Up, and this one may go for icing if Coleman can win the race. It will be canceled out. She could not beat out Lauren Davies, so the puck will come all the way down the other end with 11:06 in the period.
Well, it's a good opportunity if you can win the face-off Mckendree to work the puck back. Try to go D to D, quick shot. There's one D, but didn't gather it, so now you got to go down low. But that would have been a good D to D for the shot from the left point.
A couple of players right there. This one redeflected into the slot, and Coleman finally gets this one out. We're going back to play. This is Wentz. Wentz had a hold up as Clark knifed it off, but now Waldbillig has it. Waldbillig walks it, rips one, and he skates Tanya Candido. Up and hopped over the stick of Waldbillig. And down low will go Moore. Williams. And in front of the Bearcat bench, just sending this one here near side. And then dumping this one in, or carrying this one in, was Fortune. Looked like she was going to dump it in momentarily and then thought better of it. As now Fortune blocks the clearing attempt down. And coming out with it is Polari. Polari skating hard. She gets to it. And then Arnold. Still out in front, Malinowski had to make a nifty save. We're going to have a hook against Polari as it's still stuck in the player, and it's going to be both of them probably holding the stick and a hook.
Well, somebody's going to be going.
I think both of them are, actually. We'll take another look at that momentarily.
Well, there goes one. Yep, both are going.
So we're at least going to have a hooking penalty, and I think this one might be a holding the stick one. There's the hook. And it's going to be holding the stick. So 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. I think that was rightly applied.
In the meantime, I do believe we're supposed to have a media timeout.
We'll wait for the official word. I know right now asking for an explanation is Derek Pilardi. Malinowski kind of thinking there was a media timeout. No, we'll play 4-on-4 first. Did not have a media timeout in the second period. So, and going back to like coaching strategies, you're kind of expecting at least 3 timeouts a game.
Yep.
And if you end up using yours, 4.
Right. But obviously they're not going with the media timeout here.
With a 4-on-4, yeah.
Right.
Shot total 39-16 in favor of the Adrian College Bulldogs. One back, and Arnold sends us on frame, sticked away by Malinowski. Oh, shot turned away by Malinowski. Again, Malinowski up to it as a shot total balloons to 40. Right now, Adrian College out shooting Mckendree more than 2-1, and this one turned away by Malinowski. Then she gloves it as a crashing Arnold comes in, and we're gonna have 4-on-3.
Yep,
there's a slash.
slashing.
Arnold doesn't really think that was a slash, but the refs do, and that's the opinion that matters.
Yeah, in the opinion of the referee, it was a slash. So, power play on Mckendree, and 4-on-3. It is really a golden opportunity to put one home.
A lot of open space, not quite a 3-on-3 situation. Kind of rare that you end up in one of those type of situations while you're in regulation hockey. Adrian College right now asking for a couple of explanations of why there was a slash, and I think we have a timeout that Mckendree University is going to call right now. So,
yep.
Kind of wonder what's just.
Hey, let's take advantage of a TV timeout while we're at it.
We'll see if we can. We're going to do that, or we're going to keep rolling. We'll pause momentarily. 9:33, have a 4-on-3 penalty kill for the Bulldogs. They're up 2-0 right now. So if you're Mckendree University, you still got a battle back facing the number 2 seed. Still have about 9:33.
And a golden opportunity here to get one back because you'll have that open space. And then here's the boot. If Mckendree scores, it's the 137 that comes off. So that's the one this is where you really want to put one home. Because you may be able to work it in the power play in a little bit.
So 4-on-3, ton of ice here, and 9:29 left.
Yep,
Down
pass.
low, a hand pass, so this faceoff will come all the way out. Of course, you can probably see the Liberty Flames down on the end boards. They're warming up and taking in the sights of this game. Their game coming up right after us at 7 o'clock. Adrian College having a bit of a chat with the officials. And one by Adrian College, who are on the 4-on-3 kill. And this one sent all the way back down. We're taking the puck is Lauren Davey. Davey being watched by Polari. Now turned over where Hardy will take it. Hardy will just send this one to the corner where Parody will take it.
So much speed out there for Adrian right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of see at times they about a step ahead of this Mckendree University team. Parody just doing a good job. She's thinking about walking this one out, but finally was assisted by a couple of Bearcats players. Dakota Peterson. Now down low for the low side hash mark, so I'll go D to D. And sent on frame. It was sticked away by Harrison. 37 seconds left as we'll come out to a 5-on-4 power play situation. In front, Hardy tried to clear it in one area where there's a Bearcat player, and that was Studnicka. Goes D to D, sent up in front, and Parody had her stick knocked out of her hands just by the sheer force of the shot. Hardy behind the Bulldog bench sends it all the way down. They'll get a change. To the last 7 we go. The 4-on-4 expires in 2-and-1, and now we have a 5-on-4 penalty as both players come on. Polari and Ivanowski will stay on the ice. Ivanowski just chipped this one back for Waldbillig, and she gets this one deep where Candido will play it. Candido circles back around. Watched there by Albee, and then has to circle once again. Puts on the brakes, reverses her tracks. Up and out of the glass. Arnold rubbing into the boards. Penalty there. Not a healthy hit. Mercick from her old blue line. Now Williams lost it in her skate. She skates down. The ruling that it was touched, so icing negated. Now Williams below the Bearcat red line. Williams back to the point. Dan will just rattle this around the boards. And now picking up the Bulldogs still have it with Mercick. Mercick, and a good glove save there by Malinowski as it was rolling in front of the goal mouth. And that's where we have our first timeout, or our expected timeout. 7:02 left in period number 3. The Bulldogs 2-0.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Budget Car Rental, the preferred rental agency of the ACHA. Hogan Transportation, official tournament partners of the 2019 ACHA National Championships. Edge Protect, protecting goalie skate blades since 2004 and official sponsor of the 2019 ACHA National Championships.
And the Comerica Center, the host for the 2019 ACHA Women's Division I National Championship Tournament. So far, the Adrian College Bulldogs a 1-game lead over the Mckendree University Bearcats, and so far in game number 2, an elimination game, they have a 2-goal lead over the Bearcats. Bozic Chavari with you on the call alongside Brett Luthner, and so far this game, shot totals and goal totals kind of reminiscent of each other. It's been all Adrian College in this game.
Yep. Yeah, first period was somewhat even, and since then, all Adrian.
Clark with the puck in the corner. I'm sure Adrian College content to kill off the last 7 minutes. As this one now sent down low. We're picking up the puck is McDonald for Zidane. Zidane sends this one off the leg pad off Elia Burbage. Wilson gets us deep. Clark goes behind the net to play this and sends us back for Zidane. Zidane fanned on the shot, and now picking up the puck is Burbage. She tries to get this one out, connects with Wentz, but Wentz couldn't hang on to it as there are a host of Bulldogs in the area. Clark, battle there. Coleman will pick it up far side hash marks, chips it up ahead in the corner off this end boards, and finally back around where now to play it is Wilson. Sends it on frame, went off a stick in front and wide of the frame. And finally, we're going to have a penalty here, and it's going to be against Mckendree. It's a body check penalty.
Body check, body contact, either way.
A little too much of body contact for the ref's liking. Laura Wentz is guilty of it, and 6:02 the time remaining, where the Bearcats will have to kill off this penalty.
Now you're starting to see Adrian taking control of this game and starting to pull away here.
Hardy rung all the way around the boards. After the Bearcat win, Williams was there to cut off the angle. She also met Jana Garrow. Now Williams, after winning that battle, she'll go down the red line, all the way around, and back up to the point where Candido has it. Back for Williams. Candido. Parody Candido. At the point. Down low for Parody. Fed up in the slot, and Williams. A shot still scramble in front. Puck laying in front of the crease. Still lays out in front. Fanning on the shot of Williams. Now from the slot to Williams here at the dot. Finding a couple of skates and a couple of sticks, then deflecting to the far side point and carrying this one out of the Bearcats. And just dumping it, then pulling off after stymieing that attempt. Is that Bearcat player led by Allison Savola.
Another penalty. This one is going to be a hook.
Well, after a quick pace, minimal stoppages, all of a sudden the pace of this game feels like it's come to a screeching halt.
Bogged down is the best way to put it. There's been a lot of unnecessary, really. Just that time a little bit of a hook there. I'm not so sure. Adrian, you're up by 2. You're in the man advantage. Just sometimes I know it's instinct, but sometimes just let it go.
65 seconds of 5-on-5 time. Arnold generates some speed. Right now a 3-on-2 if they enter the zone. Pulling off was Harrison to play the defensive point. And a saucer pass that had way too much sauce on it for Levasseur. And back to play it. This Harrison, she's content to kill off a couple of times. Abbreviated power play once this comes to an end for the Bearcats of Mckendree University. Having her stick lifted was Garrow, and Levasseur from behind her own net for Arnold, who waits for the Bearcat player Dakota Peterson to skate by. Up ahead, into the zone, Mercick. This one knifed off, finally all the way down, no icing. As in the area, or in the zip code, was Colleen Wilson. Wilson goes D to D.
Good possession here by Adrian. They're able to step up to every puck here, too.
Wilson shoots this and skate back in. A tip turned away by Malinowski as the net came off its moorings. But Malinowski did make the save, nevertheless, as we take another look at it.
First shot blocked, second one Malinowski does well to stay with the puck, to keep it out. But you're seeing Adrian just possess the puck, really effectively riding out the game. They allowed 9 shots in the first period. And since, or let's put it this way, in the last, what is it now, 36 minutes, or no, 36 minutes, they've outshot the Bobcats 33-7.
Now walking in front, Polari. Polari decides to circle all the way around as they have a player disadvantage so far. Wilson was looking and trying to knife it down, was Polari. Back around, and that with the puck right now is Davey. Davey watched by Polari, then canceled out by Zimba. Zimba crashed, canceled out Roush. Set and fired off the inboards and finally all the way around, carrying up the Bearcats. They tried to dump it in, was looking for Laura Wentz, couldn't find her. Back to play this Ivanowski, and now down low is Lauren Davey. Offside where the Bulldogs, as McDonald was there, and the penalty expired with about 3 minutes left in period number 3. McDonald riding in now. Coleman with a shot. Malinowski fighting that one off as I try to fight off what word I wanted to say. McDonald.
It happens.
English at times can be a pretty tough language.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Arnold just sends this into the corner. Into the last 240 we go.
Almost at the there debates.
Or your.
Yes.
Fired up and wide as Malinowski tried to glove it down. Levasseur had this one pop up.
That is a penalty in front.
That's not a good one to take if you're the Bearcats. Bowman still with possession. Stakano's around, laid up front. And it's finally touched.
Cross check's going to be the call, and that will pretty much ice this game. 2-0. It's been frustrating for Mckendree. They haven't been able to mount much offense in this game. And so Adrian will advance to the national semifinal. They'll get a day off tomorrow and play on Saturday. Opponent to be determined.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. There is a game 3 between Linden View, Belleville.
Yeah, Lindenwood, Belleville, and Grand Valley State.
Yep. That game 3 scheduled for 1 o'clock tomorrow.
This is all, of course, provided Liberty takes care of business tonight.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Of course.
They're playing Midland at 7 o'clock.
Right after us, sent out in front. No one was there. Is now back to the point. Arnold didn't keep it in. And the Bearcats now up the other way. Holy couldn't handle it. Now here near side for Mersick. Mersick walks in. Mersick still with the puck. And Holford will take it. Holford tried to stick handle by. Now back the other way is Wentz. Wentz has a ton of speed. She could cut this lead in half. Backhand! And they score!
Well, she got slashed on the play too. Didn't get called.
Don't count the Bearcats out. There's a goal.
Watch this. Gets off on a breakaway. Watch his chop right there. Didn't get called. And still the goal was put home. And so, not so fast.
As a great Lee Corso would say, not so fast, my friends. Trying to get the scoring sorted out, but still.
It might also still be the penalty. The trail referee might have seen the slash.
Yep. That's
Mckendree
exactly what it was.
Used their timeout. And yes, there's going to be a 4-on-4 because of that slash.
And the plot thickens with 1:34 left as Maddie Arnold is going to spend some time in the sin bin.
There's a look, there's the backhand, ticked off the post and in.
Trying to sort out the lines right now with a 4-on-4 for at least the next minute 17.
Wentz getting the goal on the breakaway, and well, it has put some sweat into this last 134.
Well, Meany getting kicked out probably for that delay game. I think rightfully so. Or Mckendree University Hardy fans on that attempt. Offsides are the Bulldogs, and that does get ruled with 88 seconds left in this period.
Now you got to keep an eye on Malinowski in the goal to our right.
It's just one of those win the face-off. Once it gets deep in the zone, you pull Malinowski out.
I think you even pull her out as you're trying to get to, close to the blue line.
Now up ahead. And now with the puck. We're trying to get it with Zidane.
Nope, not going to the bench yet.
Back to the point. Wall billing. She'll go D to D. Shot and gloved down by the goaltender in Colombo. Still on the net is Malinowski. She hasn't pulled off as we're just over a minute here. Hardy. And onside, just barely. Hardy with a shot. Hey, she scores! Bar down! My goodness, what a goal.
Found the top corner. Here's the 2-on-1 skating in. Takes a look. Oh, glorious shot. Watch it from this angle again. Top corner. Snapped it. Just tucked it under. Oh, Lord. What a goal. That is a wonderful goal scored. Anytime as a shooter, you can ring it off the iron and put it in the net is wonderful. It's a perfect shot.
Yeah, you can't really complain about anything. And not really sure what Derek Pilardi was asking the officials about.
We're going under review.
Yeah, you know what? I do think I know what this is. I think this may be an offside review. It looked that maybe Adrian College was offside, and I think that's what Derek Pilardi is asking about. And
still waiting.
Yeah, you can see the refs also talking to Brett Berger of Adrian College. The
Is
players
there
are skating.
reviews or no? Oh, no review.
Well, I think part of the thing, too, is that I don't know how exactly these reviews work, but you got to remember Mckendree University out of timeouts as well.
Yeah.
Bosher. So that'll pretty much ice the game with 45 unless Mckendree University can end up finding 2 goals in the last 40 seconds. Not completely unheard of. And now with speed trying to get it generated at least was Jenna Garrow. Candido circle around over at her face-off circle.
Sorry, they're leaving the goaltender in. That's offside.
That one is offside as trying to stick around the blue line was Fortune and that ended up causing Bosher to come offside.
But they are keeping Malinowski in the net.
3-1 as taking the face-off for the Bulldogs, Erica McDonald. Still 4-4 for at least 7 seconds. And then get kicked out of the circle for a delay. So Dan has it. She'll just rattle this around the glass. And on the far side corner, picking this one up is Stanika. Now's a Dan. And a 2-on-1 for the Bearcats. Maybe still life there. And this one was just sent wide of the post. And now Wilson has it to the last 3, 2, and 1. And that's how this game will end, is with that scrum. The Adrian College Bulldogs advancing to the semifinals for a 2nd straight year.
A little bit of a gathering afterwards. We're just more or less getting separated from everybody, but good effort out of Bobcats. Unfortunately, they're going to fall short, and Adrian advances 2-0.
Yeah, and it was a pretty good effort from the goaltenders. It just, when you're facing 40-plus shots per game, it's a tough task if you're a goaltender.
Yeah, it is, and you know, give credit to Mckendree. Put up a fight all the way through. You know, didn't go down shorthanded getting that goal, make it 2-1 to put some sweat into the game, but then for perfect goal at the end to finish it off 3-1, and on goes Adrian.
And the goalies, of course, exchanging handshakes, and then Jasmine Malinowski leading the charge for the Mckendree University Bearcats. We thank you for joining us for this broadcast of the ACHA Women's D1 National Tournament. I invite you to stick around for the #1 seed Liberty Flames taking on Midland University. That game coming up at 7 o'clock. For everyone here at the ACHA, Baja Chavari, Brett Luthner, I apologize. A little bit of a brain cramp to end this game, but we all wish you to have a good night.